what's up guys? Spidey209 here, coming to you with a massive unboxing video today. I'm going to just dive right into it. We've got a Rogue, the newest Rogue to unbox. We've got the newest Black Cat. We're actually going to also unbox the Flashpoint Batman. If you have not watched the newest episode of The Mandalorian, I suggest that you pause the video because I'm going to mention the fact that right now that Ahsoka Tano was in the newest episode, and we're going to unbox Ahsoka Tano. And then we also have the newest Jonah Jameson to unbox here. So we're going to open these up and take a little bit look at them. Not really a toy figure review per se, but just having a little fun. These have been piling up this week or so with my toy hunts, and I want to get them open, have fun with them. So first up, we'll open up the Rogue, as I think it's quite possibly the most anticipated of these figures. So let's get this Rogue open. I'll kind of preserve the box a little bit when you open it that way. So here we have Rogue inside of the clamshell. She's looking good. Now I will confess, even though I've opened up hundreds of Marvel Legends, I think I'm still pretty terrible at it. Does anybody have a better way of opening these? Let me know in the comments down below. Rogue is effectively a repaint, but man, does she look good. That face sculpt looks really good. I took time and sorted through each one to be able to make sure I got one that's going to have a good face sculpt. There we go. I think I picked a pretty good one. Lips are on there well. The face shading as well. The eyes look good, not cross-eyed. And there's the side profile. Other side profile. Gosh, I think that's about as good as it gets, guys. Here's the abdomen area. This is that famous female body mold that's more voluptuous that we thought would never get re-released, but they have re-released it a couple of times now, with this Rogue being the most recent one, and of course the Black Cat, which we'll open here in just a little bit. We got this fisted hand holding one of her gloves. Obviously Rogue's power is that, well, one of her powers, she can absorb the powers and abilities of other mutants, and if she touches skin to skin, which is why she has to wear gloves. And so they gave us a bare hand, this, magical, flicking fingers here. Not the best ungloved hand, but it'll work. Would have maybe rather had a flying pose hand, but again, it'll work. So there's our Rogue, looking good. Get another full body look here. Standing next to a few McFarlane Spider-Man. Kind of scale her in. We've got Wolverine back here ready to go. Her standing next to Wolverine. I think she's sized well. There's our Black Cat. And we have her whip, which fell out in the box. It's a different look. This white rope, the claws. Cool enough. Very interesting. It's better focus. Got a little smirk. Good detail. Interesting pose. Again, we get this voluptuous body sculpt. Let's take a look at that face sculpt real quick. Very pleased with how that looks. I mean, it's just painted on beautifully. Side profile. I would say that's where these are really getting an upgrade, is these side profiles. You look back at that Juggernaut Wave, Jean Grey, which has a terrible side profile. Even the previous Rogue has not the best side profile. But my only complaint, as I was saying, was there's no real ab crunch or anything. I mean, it's a solid piece here, and I get why they do it. I mean, it looks better, just a straight sculpting. But it hinders movement. But most of my lady figures are typically in a standing pose, not too dynamic, although that would be nice to have a more dynamic option from a posing standpoint. Rear view here. Full view of the rear. But man, she looks good. Just straight black matted paint here, nothing special. You know, the main selling point here is, of course, the face. So we've got some additional sculpting around the forearm, this cat-like hair. Same around the calves. Now, I'm not going to do an articulation segment here. That's for other reviewers. I just like. All right, moving on. Let's set Miss Black Cat to the side next to Spider-Man, where she belongs. And our next figure to unbox, Flashpoint Batman. Not a Marvel Legends figure, but man, he looks incredible. Well, let's get him open. So take a minute. So, you know, I'm mainly a Marvel collector, but Batman would be one of my top 5 favorite heroes, superheroes, period. And that's why I like collecting. I'm also obviously a huge fan of Todd McFarlane, and now that he is doing the DC action figures and Batman and lots of them, I can't help but make those purchases. When I was a kid, I collected the comic trading cards, which was probably the biggest thing I was into as a child. It was not action figures or comic books, but the comic cards. I loved being able to read the history. As we see here in Batman number 22, 2017, we had the Flashpoint Batman. And this is kind of a what-if story, as I understand it, is what if Bruce Wayne was killed rather than Thomas Wayne, Batman's dad, and Thomas Wayne became the vigilante known as Batman. He would likely carry guns, and he would likely kill bad guys. And that's why you have this version of Batman. It looks amazing. Great head sculpt here. Let's look at this side profile. Forward-facing profile here. Again, looking very menacing, angry, like someone killed his son. Those red eyes. Pretty incredible. This is going to look good in my Batman display. Look at him. Let's put him over here next to Spider-Man, the other vigilante. Next, we're going to open the Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars animated series. Not Clone Wars, the movie, but the animated series. And if you watched the animated series, you likely became a huge fan of Ahsoka Tano like the rest of us. Just incredible character and incredible Jedi. Here is Ahsoka Tano in her clamshell. I'm really new to collecting Black Series. I've had a few over the years, but nothing substantial. All right, so we have the front profile here for Ahsoka Tano. So it's looking pretty good here. Some nice face sculpting here. Side profile. Very much like the animated series here. Get a rear profile. I feel like I got a good copy except for right here. What's going on there? Not sure what that is. Disappointing, to say the least, but you'll only see the front of her on my display more than likely. See how she scales next to Marvel Legends here? It's her next to Rogue. She's tiny. She's supposed to be tiny. So it's good. She's got that little smirk on her face, doesn't she? And if you haven't seen the latest episode of Mandalorian, it is really good. Encourage you to turn this off and go watch it right now. All right, so we have one more to open. That is going to be the boss, Jonah Jameson. So let's get him open. So here is JJJ in the clamshell. This comes with a pointing finger. Look, I'm pointing at the pointing finger. Gripping hand for his daily bugle. Fisted hand for when he's shaking his fist angrily at Peter Parker. And another fisted hand. You know, a lot of reviewers have pointed out that the forearms look a little thick. I don't know. I'm not paying that close attention, guys. I'm just really happy to have another Jonah Jameson to put in the display. As right now I'm using the chameleon body with the head that came with the chameleon in the Rhino Build-A-Figure wave. And it has worked admirably. In fact, he is center of my Spider-Man display. This is just a more dynamic outfit that fits more of the animated series, which was, you know, something I really enjoyed. So I got two of them. I'm going to put one in each Spider-Man display that I have. So I'm very excited about that. So let's get them out of the clamshell. So that's pretty cool. This newspaper got its own clamshell. It's kind of cool. Got a lot going on. Let's look at the front first. Daily Bugle here. Spider Sham. Mask. What? Miscreant Menace Manhattan. Wilson Fisk, criminal past. Who knows? Oscorp, not guilty of fraud. And then, as you can see, we have the actual Marvel Legends Vintage Wave Spider-Man used in the photo here. Mysterio's back behind bars, and Cat Burglar. Who other than Black Cat? Here, let's get focused back in. Spin it around. Electro speaks out. Here we have the Spider-Borg sighting. Cyborg Spider-Man. Empire State University, apply now, where Spider-Man goes to college. And of course, we've got the Nelson and Murdoch Attorneys at Law advertising. But this is really cool with just tons of little nuggets in jam-pack in one little piece of paper here. Let's see if we can get it in the hands of Jonah Jameson. Now, these feet make it so hard to make him stand, at least in the past. All right, so we have him posed here, holding the Spider Sham newspaper clipping. And man, I gotta tell you, that is really cool. He looks great. Holding that, and I couldn't be more pleased. Well, I say that, I actually could be more pleased if he was not wearing, you know, these shoes here. They make it so hard to get him to stand. If someone knows, you know, any real secrets with that, let me know, because I sure struggled with it. But, you know, guys, this actually completes our massive unboxing episode, and I've had a great time. Been looking forward to getting these figures open. Jonah Jameson hand. With the Rogue, newest Rogue, Black Cat, Flashpoint Batman, Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars anime series, and of course Jonah Jameson himself. Great time, guys. I hope you've had a blast like I have. And if you haven't already, please consider liking the video, subscribing to this channel. And again, I don't know what ultimately this channel is going to be. I'm learning how to, you know, do these videos and how to serve you guys, the audience. And, you know, just hang here with me as we get better and better and better. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hope you have a marvelous day. Thanks.